Yo, what is up YouTube? It is your boy Ash and we are back with another daily upload. Today's video is going to cover the new World Cup mode coming to Forza Horizon 5. We also take a look at the new festival playlist and cars coming to Forza this next update in Series 4. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you smash the like button, drop a comment in the comment section for me, and most importantly, please feel free to hit that big fat subscribe button. We're on the way to 7,000 subscribers, so the more of you that can smash that sub button, the closer that we will get. But hey, I hope you guys enjoy the video on the gameplay, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
To see, we've got some great cars, some great events. The showcase remixes coming up later.
Yeah, so those changes all in support of that World Cup theme. So the World Cup is all about racing and getting out there and driving your favourite cars. So we've slanted it more towards racing than maybe PR stunts and stuff like that for this series. Worth a call out, the Neo EP9, which is a new to Forza Chinese supercar. Nice. 25 points in summer. We did drive that around in the Forza Monthly earlier on, so go check that out if you didn't watch it. I think, as we're talking about the World Cup, I think it's worth having a look at the championships here. Is there one to look at here or no?
So each week you can get, I think a good thing to point out would be that as we look through the weeks, you can earn cars each week towards the next week. Okay. So if you play all the content in summer, you'll get all the cars you need to play next week too.
Yeah, so, and if we look at the eligible cars, and you can see it, so it has a car from each of the competing countries in the World Cup.
Oh, I see. Is there anything else to the festival playlist you want to call out?
I think you kind of touched on it, but it's worth just mentioning again. The rewards, as you can see, are all cars. There's more cars in this series than we've ever given away before. I think we should also call out the new cars as well. So the Wuling Sunshine, the absolute hero of this particular update, 25 points in autumn. The new Porsche 911 GT3 RS4.
Ooh, that's bad.
It's 25 points in
that
winter. And
that Porsche, that's new, isn't it?
25 points in spring.
So good they named it twice, huh?
They did, yeah.
I don't know how naming conventions work, but
it's been a bit of a staple of MG for 50 years. So under new management, but sticking to their very confusing naming conventions.
Big fans, love it. Wonderful. So that's everything we've got in the festival playlist we're going to run through, but that's not the only new thing, particularly when it comes to the World Cup. We also have other ways of supporting your country.
Speed by default around 155 miles per hour. Like I say, it's a bit of a facelift from the other models. Really nice interior trim we've got here. Looks very, very classy. You've got your quad exhaust as well. If you take a look at those at the back, they look fantastic.
No.
The key thing about this car as well is
buffering all
it's
the
all-wheel
time?
drive, and that's kind of what sets it apart from the GTI. But another thing that we love about this car is there's a few people in the PG office that actually have this car.
Celebrity drivers include Playground Games principal game designer Ben Baker-Fell.
Yeah, who also used to have the Ford Puma, which we also added.
Yeah, it's almost as if he has the ability to influence what cars appear in the game.
There's some persuasion there, huh?
So I'm in a Citroen C1, so maybe I'll try and put in a good word.
You should figure out who they're emailing about getting the cars in.
It's that easy. Yeah, so and that's people love this car. It's a car that a lot of people own here in the UK. You see this on most roads.
It's very familiar, isn't it?
It's very, very familiar, and there's something really fun about taking this to Horizon and kind of just throwing off danger signs, throwing off to the volcanoes, and having a lot of fun with it.
Having a massive tune.
Has it got body kits? Is the question.
As if we planned it. There's one right here. So yeah, this is what I love about Horizon. Just taking cars you love and having lots of fun with them.
Doing that with it.
A bit of a deeper rear bumper as well. We've got the quad exhausts. It just looks very, very classy and awesome.
Lou, mate, you in a better mood, bro.
And you can get this. It's in the Car Pass this series as well.
Ooh, Car Pass, that's pretty cool.
This will be yours in this series.
Cool. All right.
Where are we going next, Mike? What have you got for us today?
We're going to look at one of these new Porsches. Let's start with the Sport Classic. So this is the 2010 911 Sport Classic. This is it's one of the limited edition 911s. Porsche like to release every now and again. They'll produce and release a very limited run, almost collector's edition of the 911 and the Cayman as well. They do it for the Porsche's like preferred customers. So people have already purchased
their favourites.
Yeah, their favourite customers who've purchased many Porsches in the past.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you have to work quite hard to get on that Porsche preferred customers list. So Porsche, if you're watching, bump me up that queue. It's a really gorgeous car. It's got that.
Really.
It's harking back to some of the older like 70s Porsches with that like duck's tail spoiler at the back. Inside, it's just like chocolate leather all over and super luxurious. Like really like the. You can't really feel it in game, but
I like the respect of you having gloves on in it as well.
Yeah.
in my USA
Exactly.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, I absolutely love the leather. There's so much of it. Like when you were panning the camera around there, you've just got like this kind of brown luxury leather just across the interior. It's really good. And
So this one is built to be super luxurious. Still makes about 400 brake horsepower. Super fast, super quick. It's a 911. Yeah, looks fantastic and is absolutely driving in the...
On the alphabet.
Oh, I remember that favourite edit, so it's good to see this one.
This looks
yeah,
cool
so this
as
is the
fuck, this car,
1992
bro.
Mazda 323. This is the kind of familiar model, but in Europe we call it the 323. The GTR, which is this one, is actually Japanese only, and it's pretty rare. So 2,500 of these were made, but obviously it's Japanese only, so they're quite hard to come by. 1.8 turbo, all-wheel drive, 210 brake horsepower, so it's got a bit of weight to it. 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds. What's really cool about this car is that it's actually in real life speed limited to 180 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
But there was like a screw in the speedo that you could take out, and then the limiter just didn't exist.
A literal screw.
Yeah, a literal screw. So yeah, you could kind of mod it just by taking a screw out, which I think is
But it's like the beginner's guide, really.
Yeah.
Just take the screw out, done.
Yeah.
Why was it limited?
I think it was Japanese regulation of the cars that they had to say.
It's the easiest and quickest loophole I've ever heard to get around something.
You know the guy at the dealer as well. It's just like, hey, by the way,
Just take the screw out.
we can't sell it to you with that out, but screw that.
I know, it's brilliant. So I think the car we have probably has not got the speed limiter on in Horizon. We were talking like it's probably too expensive to kind of model in taking the screw out in Forza Vista, so you'd have to just imagine that you're doing that. But yeah, really cool car. If you're listening, Porsche,
Just clip this part and just email it to someone at Porsche, and you've done what you intended for this stream. All right?
So in both cases, they're produced in really limited numbers. In the previous one, it's because they want it to be really exclusive and luxurious, and I think it was 250 that one. This one is a little bit more. Was it 600?
Around 600.
Around
yeah.
600. According to Porsche, that is because the parts for it were particularly limited, and so that was the maximum they could produce.
Okay.
I think it might also be because they wanted to be really exclusive, but similar to the previous one, they kind of pre-select the customers for them, so they don't even really go on the market. They just sell out straight away, and they pick their biggest Porsche fans and just sell them directly to them.
Yeah, I imagine Porsche fans wouldn't then want to put them on the market. I'm sure you would probably get a pretty decent amount of money for it, but also that's your super secret special car, so it's an interesting way of doing it. I genuinely had no idea they did that.
So whereas the previous one was all about luxury and like harking back to Porsche's history, this one's all about track performance.
Okay.
Track performance, that is road legal, I should say. So
Sure.
So you can see it's got really sporty stylings, really nice wide wheel arches, cool spoiler. Inside, they've done everything they can to reduce weight, including, I can't really see, let me turn around so you can see the light on it. They've swapped out the handle on the door there to open it for a little bit of fabric.
Is that little red thing?
A little bit of red
it is,
fabric.
yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that.
Save yourself about 30 grams.
Yeah.
It's like a different version of a go faster stripe on a car. Just take the handles out and it'll go faster.
There's no radio or aircon either, so just to try and take the weight out as much as possible, so it would be boiling.
Yeah, I'll try and